All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's time for Samson's World. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, today on my show, one of my very good friends, the hilarious, the beautiful, the entrepreneur, the most talented female comedian that I know in the world. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Miss Tori Hart. Yeah, Tori. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Riding. Okay, man. That's my
What
little.
song was that?
That's my Samson's World original theme song. Shout out to my friend Ahmed Oliver, who I went to high school with. He made that track for me when I needed an original song. Because I was using like a Led Zeppelin song, and my show would get taken down every time because I didn't own the rights.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's kind of dope, isn't it? It's a little. My friend Ahmed Oliver, he's a big producer out of St. Louis. He's worked with like Nelly, Chingy,
Uh-huh.
bunch of people. So yeah, I'm just sharing this from my business page to the main, so folks can see this. So, Tor, welcome to the show. It's so nice to have you on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon.
Well, thank you for having me.
Of course. So, let's just start out for people who might not know who Tori Hart is. You are a comedian, actress, entrepreneur.
Mhm.
Will you just tell people quickly about all of your businesses that you have? Because you have and I don't want to mess this up because I feel like you have a clothing line, you have like
No
okay,
clothing line.
that's what I mean. You have like all kinds. So I want you to say it because I was like, oh my god, she just is all has everything happening at once.
No, honestly, I have a production company. I
Mhm.
produced several films that are out right now. I have a skinny bitch keto recipe book. And a comedian, an actress, mom, and
Mhm.
recently, well, actually, the platform that I'm doing now that we're all in this COVID-19
Mhm.
crisis is called, the Coronavirus Comedy Tour,
Right.
which
Mhm.
is it's a comedy tour. Basically, it's say no to the Rona. Pretty much we're not going to accept this. So say no to how you used to have say no to drugs, and
Yeah,
but
yeah.
now it's like say no to the Rona.
Nona to the
So
Rona.
yeah, say no to the Rona.
Mhm.
Doing that now, which I'm excited about that. The platform is going to be Friday actually with the first set of comedians. Which what it is it's a platform that gives comedian a way to still make money. Also,
Okay. This is very
during
important right
during
now.
this crisis, and it's only $1 per video, and then the comedians get a percentage off of it, and then the other money
Okay.
goes like keeping the site live and promo and stuff
Mhm.
like that. But I just thought it's a good way to still keep few dollars in people's pockets and still make people laugh and still heal the world, and so still
Mhm.
getting those jokes from the comfort of your home.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
that sounds awesome. So are you is that your project and everything or
Well, I'm working with someone on it, so
okay.
it's not fully mine. I'm actually the host of it too, so I'm like the
Okay,
host
cool.
and getting people on board and getting everybody to do stuff. But
Mhm.
I'm playing a big part of it for
Okay.
sure. I'm spearheading.
And will this be like sketches, videos, stand-up content, or tell people there's a little bit of everything?
Well, it's starting off with just stand up. So what happens is the comedians are submitting videos just from their living room, and I know
Okay.
comedians sometimes we need energy to feed off stuff, but it's still
Mhm.
what it is it's still just getting in that fun zone. You're telling jokes,
Yeah.
recording yourself. Excuse me. They submit the video, then the video gets uploaded, and emails go out.
Mhm.
flyers have been going out saying, okay, come check this person out live Friday at this time. And so then people get to watch the videos that they're doing, and they're short videos. They're like, 7 to 12 minutes. But the thing is they're funny, and it's people, talking about the coronavirus, giving jokes about that, and also all the other things that are going on. But overall, it's just a fun way to still get your talent out there, still work on your craft, and still make people laugh and make, a few dollars while you're doing it.
Yeah, hallelujah. Yeah, I mean, because it is. I mean, I just had Rel Battle on yesterday, and we were saying, like, even doing this for me, the little, this little bit of show feels like we're doing something, just kind of chatting it up with other comedians. I don't know, supplying some type of entertainment for you folks out there. You know what I mean? Like, that's at least what I view as is a big part of our job is, a lot of people during this stuff, I'll get constantly people think I'm not taking this seriously enough.
Right.
Because I'm a comedian, and I constantly, my family, I kill them. They're like, are you guys staying at home and you guys are not going out to the stores? And I was like, yeah, except for I did get a pass for the kids at Universal Studios yesterday. And we wore masks, but like Harry Potter line was like 20 minutes. Like, it was insane, and my sister's like, no, oh my God, what's, like they freak out.
Right.
And it's like, I am taking this very seriously, but I think what people don't understand about comedians and people, artists like ourselves, like I always say, you laugh, die, or cry. So you make a choice.
Right.
We don't have a choice whether to die. You live or, you laugh or cry, about stuff. And of course, there's a place for crying and everything. But if you, like we were talking before this, what is it going to be like after this wears off? I love to hug people. We love to dap it up. Comedians, that's all we do at the club is dap with people.
Right.
And like we were saying, like, how's that going to change? Or, I don't want to feel like I'm going to give somebody a hug and they're like, whoa, and like we were saying, we can't live in fear.
Yeah. And I've never been a person to live in fear. And I think it's funny, because I hear a lot of people like, stay in the house. Like my aunt, she was telling me, Tori, stay in the house. I said, okay, have you been staying in the house this whole time? She's like, yes, I have. I've only been going out to get my essentials. I go out, I get my cold brew every day. And then I go and get my Jamaican food. And then I'm like, bitch, you ain't been staying in the house. Like, just because you think is an essential, you're still going out every day. Like, no, my cold brew, my Dunkin' Donuts cold brew is an essential for my life. I'm like, Auntina, you do not need your cold brew, okay?
Come on, Auntina. You got to make that cold brew at home. It's time to start home brewing the cold brew,
Right.
Look, I haven't been to my coffee shop. Yeah, I haven't been to my coffee shop in like 3 weeks. It's killing me. I've been on the Nespresso maker, which I'm not a big fan of the Nespresso at all.
Right.
Are you a coffee drinker or?
I do. I have my Keurig, I use my Keurig and I put make my little coffee. I use my Starbucks blonde, my little K cup. I use that, and then I put my little Kahlua in it.
Okay. Now, let me know, what have you been doing, Tori, during this quarantine? Like, any new cooking you've discovered about yourself, or obviously for a lot of us, we don't have. For example, there might have been we might have had a nanny before. Now we don't. Like, we're right. So like, how is it like really having to take care of we're all having to take care of the whole house in a sense now, like without, and how's that inspiring you on new cooking dishes or just surviving and with your kids, and how's all that going?
You know what? I mean, I'm still cooking the same for the most part. The eating is pretty much still the same. I haven't really been able to work out like I want to, which I go to spin class. That was my thing, 3 times a week. So that's kind of got me in a rut, because I don't have that routine. I start all my weeks off with spin, like that gets my week going. So
what about that Peloton? Everybody's doing that now. Have you?
I know, but it's taking. I mean, I don't want to order it because I just feel like by the time I order it, by the time it gets here,
damn pandemic will be over. Hilarious.
Right. So I'm kind of like, I see people doing, and then I'm like, it's not the same as class, because when I go to spin class, it's the energy of the teacher, it's the other people there with me, it's the mute. Like my spin class is like the club,
Oh yeah, they get crazy in there. I've seen that.
Yeah, so it's a little different for me. That's why I'm not too big on the Peloton.
I know. I'm not either. I hear you. I'm a runner, so I like to just kind of get out and run. I've been doing that, which has been really nice to deal with the stress. I don't know. Of course, you feel it's just everybody's making you feel a little crazy about being out run. I can't run with one of those masks on. Like I'll hyperventilate and die. You know what I mean? So I just try to stay away from people. You know, I'm just hoping this shit is not just like a bug in the wind, you know, on a freeway and just gonna like hit your windshield out of nowhere. You know what I mean? I just like, because the scare of it seems like, okay, you know, they say it's airborne, but it's not. You know, I don't think the shit's just like flying around and gonna fly into your nose. But the unknown and the uncertainty of how long this is gonna take, I guess, is what kind of psychologically starts to weigh on you a little bit.
But here's the thing, nobody knows, you know, that's why, I mean, you don't know, like there was people who said that they've been stuck in their house and, you know, they still got it, you know, so.
Shit, that's the part that freaks me out, man, is like, you do everything and then you still get it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, oh, that's the part, man. It's just like, please, God, don't have me being this good and end up just somehow getting it at home. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why I always put out into the universe, so the universe hears me. I'm a superhuman.
Yes.
I don't catch things.
Yeah, no
My
shit.
immune system is immune to all this bull crap. So
that's right.
That's just how I've been living my life. Superhuman, and I'm never going to change that.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. Now let's switch topics a little bit. Fuck all this Corona talk. I want to talk about when I got to do the stand-up show with you. Oh my God, such an amazing night. You threw the whole show. I think you like put it together like even like a week before you did it or something. An amazing event, packed out. What was the name of the hotel again?
Oh, so it was the Sheraton in Woodland Hills.
The Sheraton, Woodland Hills, yeah.
The Sheraton in Woodland Hills, and I had help actually with that event. Me and a very, very good friend of mine helped me put it on, and so we
yes, you had a team, of course, but I was so impressed, like, you know, the whole show, the lineup, and also I want to tell people Stevie Wonder was there in the audience, which was like, I still tell people about it. It was such a highlight. And somebody was talking about it after the show, like Stevie Wonder was there. I'm like, okay, I thought somebody was making a mean joke or something, right? And then sure enough, I look over and I see Stevie Wonder with you. You know, I started taking some pictures and stuff. I was like, oh my God, Stevie Wonder is really here.
Yeah.
And then he walks by me and I said, Mr. Wonder, which sounds kind of funny. I was like, oh my God, thank you. So, like, it's such an honor to meet you. And I got to shake his hand. And he grabs my hand with two of his hands, like, oh, you were so funny. I thought you were just great. And I was like, oh, wow. And I was so blown away because just by him hearing my voice, he recognized me from the stage.
Oh, yeah.
And I just thought that was so cool. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even really say, hey, I'm Sam the comedian, blah, blah. You know, like he knew my voice. It was just such a special moment. And I thank you for providing that. But, you know, talk to people about that, like how cool to have Stevie Wonder there that night.
Oh, well, you know, honestly, it was a surprise for me, too. I did not know Stevie was coming. He was apparently a fan, and I had no idea. So when he came and he's like, you know, talking to me and quoting my jokes and stuff, I was just a surprise. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I had no clue. And thank God for that moment because it was so much stuff. You know, Samson, when you're producing a show, an event, a production, anything, you know how it can be very, very stressful.
Yeah.
So, you know, being able to have him come and say all the things that he said, that was such a blessing because it was a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes.
Yes, but it was, no. I mean, I know, and that's the part, and I give you credit, I give myself credit this because we're kind of cut from the same cloth. That there's not a ton of stand-up comedians or comedians that are also producers. You know, to let people know, like most comics are just comedians. That is literally all they do. But like, and this is not a knock to any comics, but like me myself, I've been more behind the scenes as a producer. And you have also, Tori, and what a lot of people don't understand, it's so hard to produce. Like all my deck shows I do, or any show, it's like I'm having to produce the whole thing, set up the cameras, get everything ready, do all this, and then get right on stage and kill it. And that's where we were talking at your show. It's very hard, and it sometimes does take away from the performance. That I don't get to just sit there and just relax and like, yo, Sam, it's your turn. Okay, good, boom. Like I got to do at your event. You know, I wasn't working.
Right.
But people don't understand the amount of stress and anxiety and shit you're trying to figure out, you know, about, you know, getting everybody in on time or, you know, just any, you know, is there enough soda in the cooler, whatever shit that other comics don't have to think about. What is that? A dog attacking me? What's going on?
Yes, I can't even.
So funny. I gotta show people that.
Okay, down.
Okay, there you go, puppy dog. Now, let me see. Do you kiss your dog in the lips like white people do, or is that, you know, strictly? What do you think about that?
Well, when they sneak and do it to me, I just let them have it. But it's not like a thing.
Good. So it's not just white people. I knew it, man.
No, I mean I'm not sitting there like making out with my dog. For sure. That's a white person.
That's some white shit. Sure. I was at a dinner party one night, and this guy, it was not his dog. The woman's dog, whose house it was, came up to him and just started tonguing the guy. And he was like, and I was like, oh my, I almost threw up in my mouth. I was like, dude,
yeah,
come on, guys.
Yeah, that's a bit much for me. Like,
That's
I mean, I let them give me, I barely don't even like them licking me, but since these two are so in love with me and like they just, I swear they fight over me. They won't let me. Like, I can't even do this interview without them right here.
No, I know. It's like they're worse than kids, actually. Dogs are, because your kids are good. How old are your kids though now?
Yeah, my kids are 12 and 14.
Okay. Oh, dang.
And you see they're nowhere around. They could care less.
No, of course not, right? They're like, peace, mom. That's how my kid is. He's on his iPad, and like, I got to screen time his ass and be like, okay, that was 5 hours, dude. You're done.
Right.
I mean, it's insane how long they can sit on it. He's 10.
10, okay.
10, 7, and 4.
Yeah.
But that's cool. And what about any of your kids? Do you see them getting the acting bug at all or anything? Obviously, since, you know, you are, Kevin obviously is.
Yeah.
Do you try to keep them out of that world at all, or does like Kevin at all? Like, just because me personally, I wouldn't want to get my kids into child acting right now or anything, even if I could. And obviously, you guys, you know, you have more connections to maybe be able to do something like that. But do you hold your kids out of that at all, or how do you balance that?
Well, they definitely have a future in it. Right now, though, my daughter definitely she wants to be an actress. I mean,
she's adorable. I've seen some of the videos and stuff. You know.
Yeah, she's a pretty amazing kid. You know,
shocker.
But she's more so now. It's just more so practicing and getting prepared for the big spotlight, because she doesn't need to be in it right now. I mean, she's got her whole life to do it. You know, so now just be a kid.
Yeah.
You know? And then when she's about 16, which will be next year, probably more so getting into it more like that. But right now, no.
Yeah, that's good. I think that's smart. You know, I was just talking, I think like Jason Bateman is like one of the only child actors I've seen make it through. And, you know, Drew Barrymore. I mean, there are others, but just off the top of my head, you know, you generally see child actors just get chewed up and spit out and everything. And I respect you guys a lot for that, because I look at it like, unless you really need your child to do that to make money or whatnot, it's just not, it's not a business for children. It's a hard enough business for us adults to deal with on the regular, and the you know, the just the denial you get, you know, building a very thick skin like we've had to. I wouldn't want my kid to have to do that yet, you know?
No, not at all.
The world's hard enough. So, but yeah, well, that's cool. And what else for you? What's up next for you during this kind of quarantine area? Like, what are you trying to
during this quarantine? Honestly, I've just been I made my first TikTok video yesterday, so it's definitely
cool. I know.
I know, because I was like, I am not doing TikTok. I'm not doing TikTok. And yesterday I was like, oh, I'm loving TikTok.
What did you do? What was your TikTok like?
So I did a video, a remake from the movie Friday. So
Okay.
I did a scene, from the movie Friday, because I'm like, I'm not really a dancer. I'm not going to be doing all these dance challenges,
I know,
because
right?
I'm a savage.
Yeah, you are
And
a savage, right?
you
Yeah,
know what I mean? I am a savage, but I'm just, I can't see myself really doing the dancing. And of course, tomorrow I'll probably do a dance video right after I said that.
of
But
course, of course.
yeah, so I did that, and then I've just been hanging out with the kids. Yesterday, me and my daughter, we played the question game, so we were just getting to learn more about each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be cooking some recipes live from my recipe book, my Skinny Bitch Keto recipe
Oh,
book.
snap. Okay.
Yeah, so I'll be doing that, and then really honestly, Samson, I've
Mm-hmm.
been sleeping.
Yeah,
I
good.
I don't really sleep that much, so I said, you know what? If I can get a whole bunch of sleep during this quarantine, I'm gonna get some sleep.
Well, you look fresh and glowing and rested, so that's good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. You know what I'm going to do? I've been doing this for a lot of the women on my show, but I'm going to give you the hashtag best hair during the quarantine.
Oh,
You're looking good. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it. You're looking good. Just want to make sure all my ladies, they know. But yeah, just flash that hashtag. We impress. Because most people look like they're just stepping out of a closet and everything. And like, so people can know too, like you're saying, like everybody says, wow, Sam, you get so dressed up for your show. But I explain to people, I'm kind of like a mullet, party up or a business up top. And then you
party
can
in the back.
see, you know, yeah, I'm just wearing shorts. So it's kind of like Hollywood. It's all an illusion, really.
Right, right.
It's all an illusion.
But even with the shorts,
yeah.
It still looks good. I mean,
Yeah, the shorts still, I know. It's still not bad. I could pull this off, right?
Listen, I have on a t-shirt and some biker shorts.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Okay, well, but you look good in whatever. Tori. Come on now. Man, I remember, Tori, though, I was thinking about, because I met you back at because I was talking to Rel Battle about it, because the Comedy Playground, the sketch comedy show, that's where I met Tiffany. That's where I met Kevin. That's where I met you. And like Chris Spencer was in that show and stuff. And I always remember, you guys in your big old like Tahoe or whatever, you were always taking care of Kevin and everything. I always remember like when I met you, like you were the rock, you know what I mean? Like I could tell right from the start, I was like, oh man. Tori is very good people, because it just, even from that point where people don't know, because Kevin was nobody. I remember in the show he's doing this shit, and I was like, oh my god, I was like, is that shit gonna catch on? And like, sure, and yeah, it was very cool, because like, the funny thing is, I haven't even really talked to Kevin at all since the Comedy Playground. Just because obviously the trajectory. But it's funny because like him and I in that show were like toe to toe, killing it in sketches and stuff. And it's so cool to just be a part of that moment in history where like all those people, like Tiffany was, that was like back when Tiffany was homeless, when, their famous story, which, a lot of people too don't, Kevin gets a lot of credit for that $300, but Tiff hasn't told a lot of people that I actually got her to my friend Yaros's house for 3 months to hide her out for a little bit. I don't know. I'm not trying.
You're like, wait a minute, where's my credit?
Where's my credit in the book? Kevin gave her $300. My friend Yaros gave her a free place to stay for 3 months. You know what I mean? But it's not as hot to say, I guess. But no, but it's just so cool, I think, to see kind of, it's really been like this like decade almost where we all are now. You know what I mean? Like think about when I first met you, when I just what different places we're in now. And it's just so great to see you doing so well, especially because a lot of people don't always know, like, you've always been a great stand-up comedian. You've always been an actress comedian. This is not something that, just because Kevin Hart is a famous comedian that, she's, people might think, you're trying to just do it just because. I want to make sure people know that Tori Hart is so fucking hilarious. Okay. Like I keep telling you, I can't wait for your hour special because it is so funny. It's just like, for women, you guys will love Tori's comedy because she talks about, being a woman who's gone through divorce and dealing with it at the highest level, and how you've come out like shining and everything. Like, I just think you're such a great example for so many women across the universe. So that's why I want to see your special come out. But again, I want people to know, like, yes, of course, Kevin Hart is hilarious, but you need to know about Tori Hart, because your shit is equally as hilarious and equally as powerful of a message that women need to hear. So I look forward to you doing that and people getting to see your special, you know?
Thank you so much. I totally appreciate that. Like, that means so much. So thank you. It feels like I'm paying you to say this stuff.
No, you're not. I mean, you know, people don't know this about me. I am not a fake person. You know, I'm genuine.
No, I know.
If you treat me nice, I will be I am a yes man and a pleaser. And if you, I'm like a dog, you know, I'm loyal. And all these things I'm saying are not, just so people know, it's not just a fucking honk Tori's horn. She's not paying me, or she's not doing anything for me to make me say this. Like, she's just a great person and hilarious and works so hard. And so I would just like see you get that proper reward and respect for your comedy. So
yeah, I totally appreciate that.
You will. You will.
I want that for all of us, honestly.
Of course, you know.
I mean, listen, there's something, you know, something. I feel like it's, after coming out of this, something magical is going to happen. And, you know, just as long as we're in here working and doing all the stuff that we're supposed to do, I just feel like something great is on the horizon too. Because the world is a shift. So.
Yeah, I agree. I know we're all shifting. I think we're all learning how to really live, you know, how wasteful we've been with our time, resources, material shit. You know, I was talking to some guy I know, you know, we're affluent, he's wealthy. I'm like, God, as rich as you are, you couldn't travel anywhere right now, even if you wanted to. You know what I mean? So money really means, I won't say it means nothing, because that's obviously not true. I talk to people, there's a difference of going through this quarantine privileged and not privileged. And I realize that I'm privileged. So my version of quarantine, I won't complain at all. I'm
right.
So
it's definitely different. You're in the studio recording the show.
Right. I got a lovely wife and kids upstairs. Right. You know, we live in beautiful Southern California. So like, you know, this shit, I really just try and bring light to people who really are sitting somewhere dark in an apartment and feeling like you're by yourself, and just letting them know, you know, you're not alone, you know. And especially comics, you know, I tell people, and I said this before, I think it's something nice if you are somebody who has a little extra, reach out to some of those comedy friends of yours and fucking cash app them a little money. You know, if you can afford to, cash app a comic some money, because that shit will change their day, give them just a positive light, and, you know.
Right. I agree. I've been doing that. I've done that with several friends, and, you know, just making sure they're okay. And they didn't even know. I just sent it, and they're like, oh my God, thank you. You know, and God put it on my heart to do it. So if he puts it on my heart to do something, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Good for you. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, it was so special talking to you, Tori. This was a lot of fun.
You too, Samson.
Always a pleasure. I'm going to flash your little, social media handle up there. I'm gonna turn on some more of my music, and you stay safe out there, man. And you know,
and we will see each other when all of this hoopla is over.
Yes, and I want to see you tape your special. I would like to feature for you with Memphis Will, of course, at that show when you shoot your special, and whatever you need, I'll produce.
You know, I'm bring you on board to help with some of the production. So of
course, whatever you need, I'm always there for you. So all right, well, take care of yourself, guys. This has been this Tori Hart, this Samson World. I will see you later. Thank you, Tori. Look at this. Get it. What? I'm stupid. All right.